But first, here in Germany, officials say the number of daily new coronavirus infections has hit a new record. The German Institute for National Public Health says almost 34,000 new cases were recorded in a 24-hour period early Thursday. That's more than were recorded at the height of the pandemic's third wave back in April of this year. The German health minister says stricter measures are needed for those who refuse to get the jab. And it seems that that's prompting some people to reconsider.
It's not the latest fashion that's causing long lines at this shopping mall in central Berlin, but the chance to get a jab without an appointment. With COVID-19 infection rates skyrocketing all over the country and many vaccination centers already closed, the number of people dropping by here is on the rise. I'm doing this because of my grandparents. I want to be able to see them. When the pandemic was really bad, I didn't see them for more than a year. And I want to be able to do everything again.
I was recently on the road with my friends and we wanted to eat at a fast food restaurant. But I was kicked out because I am not fully vaccinated and only had done a rapid test.
I don't want to have to think about it anymore. When going to a restaurant or a club, I can then just prove I'm vaccinated and go in easily. And of course it's important to protect the elderly. Solidarity is important too.
Not everyone sees it that way. More than 16 million Germans have not been vaccinated. At the same time, experts are recommending speedy booster shots for people who were vaccinated more than 6 months ago. But who exactly should get them? Doctors say groups that are especially vulnerable or exposed to the virus, such as over 70s and medical staff. And only them.
We are able to tell from analyzing the data we have that from that age on, the risk of serious illness increases in case of an infection. And we believe it makes sense to first vaccinate the people who need it most.
Caretaker Health Minister Jens Spahn, however, insists, with the fourth wave in full swing, everybody should be able to get a third jab.
I don't see why people who have been vaccinated more than 6 months ago and want a third shot now, because they meet a lot of people, for example, should not be able to get one from their doctor.
At the current vaccination rate, however, it would take more than a year to offer a third jab to everyone. So to avoid new restrictions, it seems, Germany's vaccination campaign itself needs a booster.
Well, for more on this, let's bring in DW political reporter Giulia Saudelli. Giulia, 2/3 of Germany's population are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19, yet new infections are at record levels. How can that be explained?
Well, we have to consider that this number that we're seeing of new cases, a record number which we hadn't seen, it's higher than the last highest record that we saw last year in December at the height of the second wave. Well, this new number might also be due to a backlog in reporting of cases because on Monday it was a holiday in some of Germany's states. So we'll have to see how that pans out in terms of a backlog of cases. But nonetheless, the numbers are very high and are rising. And the Health Minister Jens Spahn has spoken of a pandemic of the unvaccinated because those most affected by severe cases of coronavirus and those getting infected the most are those who are not vaccinated. And the head of Germany's National Health Agency has said that this is due to a low number and a slow progress of vaccinations, and because people are more relaxed regarding rules to prevent the spread of the virus. And what they're saying is that Germany is now in the fourth wave of the pandemic, which is hitting with full force.
The effectiveness of the vaccines, Giulia, are known to wear off over time. Does Germany have a clear strategy for rolling out booster shots?
Well, this is at the center of the debate in Germany right now, and Health Minister Jens Spahn said just yesterday that the booster shots are not being administered fast enough and that there is a need to speed up this process. There have been experts who have said a lot of it has to do with lack of communication. It is not being communicated clearly enough how important it is to get these booster shots and how much the protection of the previous doses of the vaccine starts waning after a few months, especially in older and fragile people. Others have said that there is a need to speed up also and change the logistics of the vaccination campaign. For example, the big vaccination centers had been closed, and there have been calls to reopen those again.
What are the German authorities saying, Giulia, about the possibility of another lockdown this winter?
Well, authorities at the state and national federal level have said that they do not want to bring back tough measures like lockdowns or curfews. But we have heard German Chancellor Angela Merkel, she's the caretaker chancellor at the moment, through her spokesperson saying that if the situation in hospitals becomes serious, she can see more restrictions be applied to those not currently vaccinated. So we'll have to see what happens in the hospitals and also what the next German government might decide.
Giulia, thank you very much. That was our political reporter, Giulia Saudelli.